people, welcome to my another video, that is series on history of English literature. Previously we have studied 3 eras. Now let's start the lecture on the age of revival or Renaissance. The literary meaning of Renaissance is rebirth. Rebirth in the sense that mind was furnished with ideas for new literature. The term Renaissance is also used in broader sense, whether it's science and technology, whether it's religion, philosophy, art, literature and etc. So in brief, we can say that it was an age of preparation, was an age of beginning of new ideas. Now, if we talk about the term Renaissance in the sense of English literature, we find that the writers of this era revived all the Greek and Roman texts in their language. Therefore, this age is called as the age of revival. Now, let's quickly summarize the history of this era. First, we have the arrival of printing press. Sorry, it's arrival of printing press. Please do correct the word revival. Okay, the printing press was brought by William Caxton. Next we have the War of Roses. The War of Roses were fought between the House of York and House of Lancaster. And third we have the Protestant Revolution. Now, what was Protestant Revolution? Basically, it was a religious movement that reformed the belief of Christianity in 16th century. Its greatest leaders were Martin Luther and John Calvin. Now let's look at the major writers of this era. First we have Erasmus. He is known for In Praise of Folly. It is a satirical attack on superstitions. Next important writer is Thomas More, and his famous work is Utopia, that was published in 1516. Later it was translated into English in 1551. It is a socio-political satire. Utopia is very important. So many questions were asked in NT-NET examinations. So the next writer is Thomas Wyatt. Thomas Wyatt introduced Italian sonnet and Petrarchan sonnet in English literature. Next we have William Tyndale. He wrote The Practice of Prelates and the Obedience of a Christian Man. He was influenced by Martin Luther. He translated Bible into English in 1525. The next writer is Richard Tottel. He was an English publisher. He published A Dialogue of Comfort by Thomas More, Virgil's Aeneid by Richard Howard, and Ludgate Fall of Princes. The famous work of Richard Tottel is Miscellany. Famous publication of Richard Tottel is Miscellany. It is a collection of songs and sonnet. It was written by Lord Henry Howard, Thomas Wyatt and others. It contains 271 poems. The next writer is Henry Howard. He is also known as the Earl of Surrey. He wrote 36 poems, that was in Miscellany, that is the collection of songs and sonnet, and Wyatt and Surrey both are known as the fathers of English sonnet. Next we have Roger Ascham. He was a tutor to Elizabeth I, the Queen Elizabeth I, and he wrote Schoolmaster and Toxophilus. The important writer is next important writer is Thomas Malory. He wrote Le Morte d'Arthur, that means Death of the Arthur. The source of this book is Historia Regum Britannia. It contains 21 books and 8 romances. And last we have Thomas Eliot. He wrote Defense of Good Women. He dedicated this work to the Queen Anne of Cleves. And the next is book named The Governor. He dedicated this work to Henry VIII. He wrote Castle of Health, and Eliot compiled the first Latin English dictionary in 1538. The last one is William Dunbar. He is also known as a Scottish Chaucerian. He wrote Lament of the Makers, in which he described the name of Gower, Chaucer and Lydgate. So that's it for this period, and for more informative videos please subscribe to my channel, and if you have any query then don't forget to put it below in the comment section. Thank you.